So in the last class, we have learned about the different types of planets. Now we have to find out the differences between these two types of planets. So there is the heading, difference between terrestrial planet, which is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and the Jovian or the giant shaped planet, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. That is called the Jovian or the gas giant based planet. So the distinction between the terrestrial and the Jovian planets arises from their formation condition. Yes, that is the base of the differences, that the formation or the sources of this, that is also differentiated with these two planets. So terrestrial planets being closer to the star formed in the region too hot for gases to solidify and leading to their smaller rocky nature. And Jovian planet in comparison developed farther from the star. That means terrestrial planets are very closest to the sun, but Jovian planets are farthest from the star or the sun, in cooler conditions conducive to gas accumulation, and the stronger solar wind near the sun stripped away the gases from the terrestrial planets. So the Jovian planets are being farther out, retain their gaseous composition. So the first point which we have got, that the terrestrial planets are coming closer to the sun and the Jovian planet is going farthest to the sun. The terrestrial planets smaller in size, weaker gravity, but the inability to retain gases, unlike a larger Jovian planets. This is another differences. So there is mentioned only two differences. In my words, if I am telling, a lot of differences are there. Some of them I am explaining with you. The first one is the terrestrial planets are also called the inner planets, which is not mentioned over here. You can also write down these points because that is another name of the terrestrial planet, which is inner planet. Jovian planet is called the outer planet. So according to the base of the name, if I am writing over the basis of this formation of these differences, then you can understand it properly. The first base is another name. Terrestrial planet is called the inner planet and Jovian planet is called the outer planet. Now come to the example. Which planets are included in Jovian planet and terrestrial planet? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars in inner planet, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune in Jovian planet. Next, their sizes, which is their mention, their sizes, that all of their sizes are small according to the sizes of the planets. All of their sizes are small and Jovian planet sizes are huge. After that, their surface, the planet's inner surface. Their surfaces are mainly rocky in nature and contain massive iron ores. And Jovian planets do not have solid surfaces. Instead, they are composed primarily of hydrogen and helium. Many times we have learned it. After that, nitrogen and carbon dioxide. That means their composition of the air. Okay, composition of the air. Maybe in your book is there another differences, but some of the basis of the differences I am writing over there. That means the terrestrial planet. Terrestrial planet consists of nitrogen and carbon dioxide, but this gas giant planet contains only the gas because they are mostly made up of gases. So total 5 points of the differences between terrestrial planet and Jovian planets we have done. Come to the next part. Yes, the short pointers. What we have learned in a summary we are going to know now. Formation, location. Terrestrial planets formed close to the star and Jovian planet formed farthest from the sun. Solar wind impact, that stronger solar winds near the sun affected the terrestrial planets more than the Jovian planets, which in the differences we have learned. Their size and gravity differences are also there. Terrestrial planets Comparatively, they are larger and more gravitationally strong rather than the Jovian planet. And composition, just now we have learned that terrestrial planets are rocky, but Jovian planets are gas rich. That means the surface of these planets are gaseous. Real life example, some examples are given over there, that Mars and Jupiter comparison. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. So Mars is a terrestrial planet. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. That means Jupiter is included in the outer planets. So there is a comparison between Mars and Jupiter. Comparing Mars, which is terrestrial, and Jupiter is a Jovian, highlights these differences. What the differences? Mars, being closer to the Sun and smaller, has a rocky surface and thin atmosphere, whereas Jupiter, farther from the Sun, larger and possesses a thick atmosphere of gases like hydrogen and helium. So that is the contrasting characteristics between their formation and on the basis of their formation conditions.